What's up, YouTube? Russell and Russell. Make sure you guys subscribe to the show at the top. Thumbs up this video. Leave a comment at the bottom. Tell me what you guys think about what I'm about to speak to you guys about. So Eric Garner, if you live on a rock, was killed back in August. He was pronounced dead at a hospital after he got into a little tussle with the cops, NYPD in Long Island. He was allegedly selling cigarettes, and he's been getting loosies at that in front of a store. And then the cops come up and they were harassing him, and he just got done breaking up a fight, so he was standing in front of the store. I guess maybe the people recognized him, and so they call the cops, and then recognize him as for selling the cigarettes. So he calls the cops, and then the cops come, and then they're like, "Yo, what are you doing? We're taking you under arrest. Da da da. We're bringing you in." And so one of the cops proceeds to choke him by the neck, which is a move that you're not supposed to do as a law enforcement agent to protect the people of your nation, whatever, of your community. And he proceeds to chokehold him, and then there's a bunch of cops, like a good 6 of them, 5, 6 cops. One has their knee or their elbow in his head as he's on the ground. He proceeds to say, "I can't breathe," and then he was pronounced dead a couple of as soon as he gets to the hospital or whatever. Whatever the case may be, the trial goes on. The jury says that they did not. They said that there's not enough evidence to show that the cop used too much force, even though that's a legal move. They said that he was. The jury said that he was protecting his life and the rest of his fellow officers, and so that's one of the reasons why they because he was endangered for his life. That's what they like to say now. They're in danger for their lives as they are attacking innocent people. And now he doesn't get indicted or whatever. Doesn't go to trial. He gets off. And so there's a bunch of people protesting, and then one guy from Baltimore is going up and back and forth from Baltimore to New York. He kills 2 cops. Now, that's just a fast forward of the way. The 2 cops, one of them has a son. They were not involved with the killing of Eric Garner. Eric Garner's daughter says she wants to have peace, no violence, stuff like that. So, here's my take on this. I feel as though, with this being videotaped at that, we all know this was videotaped, it was shown. People are saying that he was speaking, so that means that he was able to breathe. He was speaking, so he was still breathing. Really? 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 Like, where is that logic coming from, where that because he was speaking, that means he was able to breathe? He was obviously overweight, and he's being choked. You're being choked for that long, for that hard, and he just got done trying to break up a fight. Of course, he's not going to be able to breathe. I can't breathe. You're going to be like that when you can't breathe. So that's something I just don't understand, people. So people have been protesting. The mayor said kind of, upset the police, and they feel as though he turned their back on them. Here's another thing for the cops who've been, upset with the mayor's way of thinking, his approach with the problem, with the issue. Get the fuck over it. Your job is to protect the people. And when there's something that people feel is unjust, they're not supposed to say, well, the cops are upset about what's going on. So I applaud this mayor for he didn't turn his back on the police. He wasn't turning his back to injustice, to an unjust system. Why are cops being investigated by other police officers? Why are police officers being investigated by their fellow brothers that aren't independent outside sources? If my actual brother is being arrested and we're like this, even if we're like this, we don't gotta be like this. If we're like this and I see that he's did something wrong, I'm gonna kind of, not do as much as if he was as if he wasn't my actual brother, or as if we weren't, brothers, or if we were in a part of a gang or a part of a fraternity, sorority type of a thing. You know, that's what it is. You know, you got coworkers that, you know, they get thrown underneath the bus. You're gonna try to protect them, regardless of, because you don't want someone new coming in, whatever. Especially something like police officing or whatever, being a cop. That's a brotherhood, regardless if you're male or female. Otherwise, that's a brotherhood. And of course, I want to try my best to make sure my brother is okay. So that's what, to me, they need to have an outside source to investigate cops. And now this whole pleading for what's that thing called? For them saying that I fear for my life. Sorry for the stuttering. I fear for my, that cannot be used for every single case. You know, you cannot be that much fearful for your life. If you're so fearful, then you fucking can't be a cop. Point blank, period. And then let's moving forward. These New York police officers saying that the mayor turned his back on them. He did not, as I said previously. He is there for not. He's just not turned his back for injustice, for injustice. He's seen the video. He's seen that something wrong happened. There should have been something that happened to those cops. At least the one that choked Eric Garner. And now they're saying that there's blood on the mayor's hands because this man, this crazy man, he was crazy because he, first of all, going back and forth, traveling back and forth, killed his ex-girlfriend and killed the two cops who had nothing to do with this. He probably saw them on patrol every single day and was like, you know, these are the next two. I know where they're going to be at this time. Da, da, da. That's what happened. So they're saying that there's blood on his hands, on the mayor's hands, because of the fact that this happened. These cops need to get his grip on life and realize that, no, regardless of what happened, this man was crazy and he was going to get, regardless of what the mayor said, he's going to find a way to get back at New York cops for not being charged, for not being indicted for the killing of Eric Garner. And then Eric Garner's daughter is saying she wants to have peaceful protests. And you know what? These protests aren't doing enough. You need people to actually go up and make new laws to get these cameras in all these cops' vests. They need to be turned on more than just when something bad happens. And then you got all these New York cops, these New Yorkers cops need to realize there's been so much police brutality, so much killing with blacks, with cops versus black. Not even just a race issue, because there are cops killing people without money, killing white people, you know, in their yards. And white people are saying that, oh, when one of ours get killed by a cop, we don't say anything. That's the issue. When you allow the injustice system to keep prevailing, you are not helping the issue by staying quiet and saying, well, that's not my problem. No, it is your problem. Regardless if it's not, or is your family member, someone's being killed by someone who's supposed to protect them for absolutely no reason they're being killed, then you need to stand up and say, hey, take note, show it to them in the face that we know what you're doing. But you know, when people are so, you know, segregated between one another, between these issues, then that's where it becomes a divide with the people, and they are able to continue to do their wrongdoing because people are saying, well, they were fearful for their lives. That is very true. And they get off with killing someone. And it sucks that these two police officers had to be killed. I mean, if someone was to get killed, God forbid, it should have been the cops that were involved. Eye for eye, tooth for a tooth, you know, kind of situation. But that doesn't help out the issue. And then for people to try to pin the protesters and this cop killer together, they're two separate entities. There are two different examples of people showing their anger towards what's happening with the towards the anger with the police brutality. That's all it is. That's the only thing they have in common. One was a psycho killer person, other is a group of people protesting the street. This is Russell of Amber Russell. Tell me what you guys think about police brutality and all that. And make sure you guys thumbs up this video, leave a comment at the bottom, subscribe to the show. Peace.